What's up people, Base Brawler here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a guide on how to complete the 5 extreme character of each type mission for the Giant Form Stage 6. I've done it twice now. Neither run were easy. It's going to take you a couple of attempts, but unlike most hard content in the game, you don't really need to worry about charges or anything. You don't have to worry about daily resets and such like that. It's pretty much just going to be resetting over and over again. Now, in this attempt, I wasn't able to use a support memory, but if you have a support memory, I would advise using one. Okay, so anyway, here's what you want to do. What you want to do is whatever decent, and by the way, I don't have any new units, so there's that. You want to run any decent Pure Saiyan, Fused Fighter, or Successor Extreme type. Now, the exception is Vegeta, because Vegeta is, as you can see, I use the Golden Frieza and Gogeta movie boss leader and movie hero. Now, Vegeta, Majin Vegeta, he's not on either of those categories. But he's still going to deal AoE damage to all the characters, and he does a lot of it, as you can see right here. It's not going to be anything insane to where you're going to defeat any of them, but the point is dealing a bunch of damage right off the bat, which he's perfect for that in that scenario. Now, something else I want to mention too is your rotations are going to be very important. Oh wait, let me finish talking about which characters to use and stuff like that. So I used, because I said Pure Saiyan Successor or Fused Fire leader, I used Agile Gogeta as the leader. Obviously, you could be more flexible if you have better units. And then for the other characters, I used Tech Broly, the newer one, of course. And then I used the Super Easy A LR Broly, and then the Int LR Broly, and then, like I said, Majin Vegeta. And for the right in front of you, Cooler, that was the physical. So anyway, now let's get into rotations. What you're going to want to do is, oh, also you want to bring Ghost Usher item. Bring Ghost Usher. That's you're not going to be able to defend anything. Bring Ghost Usher. So the way you want to start your rotation is you want to make it so that one rotation you're using the Ghost Usher. The next rotation, you're either one of these two options. You're either allowing Cooler to die, or you're using Golden Frieza's active. Now the problem is, because of the ceiling, I can't remember the name of the giant ape that does it, but because he seals your super attack, you want to make sure that when you're using Golden Frieza's active, his super attack isn't sealed. So that's why what I think it's best, your best rotation is probably going to be this. It's probably going to be Cooler right off the bat. And I say that because then you have the potential to switch into Gogeta faster. As well as for Agile Gogeta, you're setting up his, either you're going to use his Veku active, which will work in some scenarios, or you're going to use his Gogeta active. But anyway, you're going to want to set that up. I think what ends up happening in this run is I immediately use the Ghost Usher, and then I allow Cooler to die. I can't remember. I did 2 runs where I won. The first one went a lot better because I was able to use Gogeta, the Gogeta side of Golden Frieza and Gogeta. This one was a little bit more tricky, but I was still able to win, thankfully. And yeah. So this guy is going to be your MVP. If you don't have him, that's okay. You only really need one of him. If you have, I mean, use the Ghost Usher item. If not, if you don't use Golden Frieza, Bardock is going to be a big problem, because the other characters don't attack as hard as Bardock does. They still attack pretty heavy. That's why it's still important that you're hitting the others as well. Like whatever AoE characters you have, you want to keep running them in here too. Because that's why I put Tech the newer Tech Broly on is because he has AoE, and that AoE came in clutch. So it was very helpful. You'll see that at the end of this video. But anyway, something else I want to mention is, I mean, obviously, like I said, it's going to take a couple tries. Obviously, something I always say is be discerning. I think ideally, how you would want to start your run is you would want to start it, if you have Gogeta and Golden Frieza in your first rotation, you'll use a Ghost Usher there. Then in your second rotation, you'll let Cooler die. Then in your third rotation, you'll use Frieza's active. And by the way, in between this, you're going to be using Vegeta's AoE attack if it's available. If not, that's fine. Then your fourth turn, you're going to want to use the Ghost Usher again. And in the fifth turn, you'll have access to Super Saiyan Gogeta. And then you'll have extra defense and damage. And you just, hopefully you have a good damage dealer in that turn. Ideally, Golden Frieza. Well, I mean, if you use him in turn 3 and you float him off, which is the best thing to do for damage, I guess he's not going to be there in that turn. But that's okay. You should be able to take out the rest of them pretty easy. Anyway, yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, just enjoy the rest of the video where I finish it off. I had no idea how I was going to beat this without newer units, but I was able to manage with this team. I didn't realize how clutch Cooler would come in. He just... You get a free Ghost Usher essentially with him. I mean, you're not dealing any damage that turn, but that's completely fine. Anyway, have a nice day if you're not already having one, and goodbye.